Sportscenter. I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Jaguars come away with a 2-point nail-biting win. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Rob Morris is probably the one that most leaps out at you. It's a broken arm, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for 9 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Mitchell might be the biggest loss on this list. Tests at the stadium revealed a broken kneecap, so he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Jimmy Smith is going to find himself in street clothes for the time being, and that'll be a major blow to this club. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
The 49ers drop yet another game and are really struggling on and off the field. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Packers win their 4th game of the year. Quincy Carter threw for 250-plus yards and helped his Cowboys beat the Steelers. Up in the Windy City of Chicago, we had the Bears get embarrassed by 20. Down in the Georgia Dome, we had the Falcons come away with a 7-point win. Dolphins, Bills. David, please come to Boston, ready to go at the 16-yard line. Makes a move, spins, he's got daylight. Beautiful pass. Boy, did that look easy for the touch. The Dolphins win this one by the final score of 26-20. The Raiders got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at Oakland. The Vikings won on the road and will now head home to meet the Titans. Chad Lewis had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. We had a big trade also of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Over now to news of a trade that might have some ramifications. Chris Jenkins leaves the Panthers and will be on his way to the Broncos. And it's clear this was an area of their football team that needed somebody. In exchange, they'll get someone to beef up their roster. Champ Bailey is just one of those guys you love to have on your team. He'll be an immediate factor for his new mates.
David Gibbons nabbed 2 touchdown passes and helped his Patriots beat the Seahawks. Bengals, Browns. Jeremy Johnson has good speed, not great speed, and at the 16, but he has something else. It's called power. 1 man misses, 2 man misses, touchdown, 16 yards. The Bengals go on to win this by the final score of 23-17. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Buccaneers pick up their 3rd win of the season. And last but not least, we had the Titans come away victorious. So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.